Hello, friends. Mari Smith here. I'm bringing you a very special broadcast today, all about Pinterest. What? Yes. Are you using Pinterest for your business, marketing and advertising, and especially if you have an e-commerce store? This is the perfect time of year to go all in with Pinterest. Now, here's the secret, friends. As you know, I am a Facebook marketing expert and the whole family of apps, Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp will be coming soon too. But of course, like all of you here, we don't just favor one and only one social networking platform. You really need to diversify, especially depending on the specific type of demographic you're targeting, the audience you're wanting to reach, of course. So this is not me, Mari Smith, going, oh my gosh, I'm leaving Facebook. I'm going all with Pinterest, right? It's both and. It's definitely both and. It's not instead of Facebook and Instagram. It's both and. So you want to look and see how easy it is to have your content be on Pinterest organically and paid. So Pinterest actually has a brand new academy, totally free. You've probably heard of Facebook's Blueprint. Have you done any of the Facebook Blueprint courses? You can get lost in there for hours. Twitter has one too. It's called Flight School. You got Twitter Flight School. You can learn all about Twitter for business and advertising. But Pinterest, I'll share my screen in a moment here. It's super, super easy. They've got 9 courses. You can go through them in about an hour and it's completely free. I've got the link right there for you. It's a bit.ly, bit.ly/Pin Academy. Great. Hi, I'm Mary and Joe and Maureen and Jennifer and Sandy. Wonderful to see you here. So let's do this. So I'm going to share my screen and I want to share some of the really cool things that Pinterest has. I'm also going to go ahead and share my phone and we'll do some fun stuff on the mobile device as well. Yeah. Oh, Catherine has a question. Targeting women 50 plus. Are they on Pinterest? Absolutely. And you can check some of the demographics as well. And so let's do this. I'm going to go like this and share my screen there. Perfect. So introducing Pinterest Academy, it literally just came out a few weeks ago. And you've got the link there and you can go ahead and sign up for free. Pinterest Academy, you'll see all the great courses here. I'll come back to that in a moment. What I love about Pinterest is that brands inspire, they don't interrupt. It's actually, I'm going to share this in a moment, but the full article, but Quartz did this amazing write-up just a couple of weeks ago. Pinterest is the only place on the internet where people actually want ads. Can you believe it? So when you do a search for something on Pinterest, like the promoted posts sit right along other people's pins and you almost can't tell the difference between what's paid and what's not, which is absolutely awesome. That's kind of like the holy grail of marketing and advertising. So let's take a peek. I'll come back to all of that in a moment, but I wanted to just make sure, because you guys, I see you asking about demographics. So Pinterest is different. And again, if you just joined us, this is both and. This is not like you're going to go all in on Pinterest and just forget every other social platform. It's both and. It's Facebook, it's Instagram. Some of you might be Twitter. Many of you definitely would be LinkedIn as well. But let's take a closer look at Pinterest. People come to Pinterest to get inspired and try new things. The brands inspire, they don't interrupt. They share, ideas of people who are already wanting to take action. They're already searching. You've got 300 million people, 85% on mobile. I'm going to show Pinterest on desktop, but I've also have my mobile device and we're going to pull that up and take a little peek. I'm going to show you how easy it is to do a promoted post on Pinterest. I'm not kidding, in 3 taps, super duper easy. Half of Pinterest users are international. Over 200 billion pins are saved. And then you can check out some success stories and such like. So I love this. Is actually one of the videos from Pinterest on their YouTube channel. 90% of people on Pinterest get ideas for what to buy next. Wow. I just find that amazing. So Yeah, so the really cool thing about this new academy, as they're calling it, you got these 9 simple courses. If you're kind of new, if you're kind of new to Pinterest, you're not that familiar with it yet, or like me, I got to tell you, friends, I have not done a whole lot with Pinterest for a while. It's kind of been like one of those channels where like, oh, I really must do my Pinterest, and it's perfect timing that Pinterest has this new academy because, and they're offering more services for business and advertising, because I literally am just expanding my own internal social media department. And I just literally appointed in the last couple of weeks someone on my team to begin working more on my own Pinterest as well as my Instagram. So, yeah, great comments there. Keep your questions and comments coming. I'll get to those in just a second. So, with my own Pinterest, like I say, I've got like 9,500 monthly views, and so just working on building out some more boards here. And I'm just pinterest.com/Mari Smith. You get people invite you to do the shared board. So you'll see many boards that are blank right now. It's because we're literally just starting to build them out and reorganize, and have moved a bunch of things down into my secret boards, which were just kind of older things that I hadn't used in a long time, more personal stuff. But so I'm just really enjoying starting to really build out my own Pinterest. And so I've got some notes here. As I say, it's definitely good if you have an e-commerce store, but not just e-commerce store. I think it's really a great place for all businesses. Great to SEO. And some, as I say, ads can feel very interruptive, but you can do your promoted pins, as this Quartz article says, the only place in the internet where people actually want ads. And look at this chart. Actually, I think it's on this article. I'll pull it up over here. Let's see if I can click on that and it will share it a little bit larger. Percentage of users who shop or find products on the platform. 48% on Pinterest, 14% Facebook, 10% Instagram, 7% Twitter, 4% Snapchat. So it's quite extraordinary when you kind of compare across the board all the different social channels. Again, it's not like you don't do any advertising on the others. You definitely do a little bit of it all. But if you have products, right? If you have an e-commerce store, you have products, then Pinterest is really powerful for you to be utilizing. And really a great place to showcase your products. And you got a little shop now. Of course, I know some of you do that with Instagram as well. You've got the shoppable tags, but the Instagram here has got shoppable pins, shop the look. Really powerful. So let me hop back over here to my catalog and I'll show you that. That's the new Pinterest Academy. Excellent. Yes, absolutely. So you can see the courses here. Let me zoom in just a tiny bit so you can see that a bit better. Setting up a Pinterest business account and building a launch. Well, so if you don't have one already, right? Maybe you have a personal one, you want to convert it. You can convert it to business, or you could set up a separate business one if you wanted. Mine is a business one. I've had that for quite a long time. Building and launching a campaign, managing, measuring a campaign, planning and strategizing, campaign objectives, creative inspiration, targeting buying. So great, just simple, easy, so easy to just navigate through these courses. This is one I think I have. Oh yeah, that one right there, I had it up already. Welcome to Pinterest. And you just literally like scroll down. I've already done this one. It's like 7 minutes, and just scroll it, or you can use the arrows, like, especially if you're kind of like really new to Pinterest, you're like, I don't get Pinterest. What is it? Then you can have just fly through this course, and it just really makes you understand, okay, there's pins, there's boards. People come and they get ideas. They're already searching. Like if I hop over to my Pinterest, I think this was one of the examples. We can go up to the top left here, and let's say I'm going to search for, actually it's in I was looking at this already, women's hiking pants, just an example. And so now watch this. So we're looking at the search term, women's hiking pants. So I can see that's a regular pin, but this one, you see how it's promoted by? It's very subtle, right? And in essence, I mean, really, Facebook is fairly subtle too when you see that little sponsored label. We're used to it, right? It's like one single channel as you're scrolling through the newsfeed, and you see, okay, that's organic because that's from a friend I recognize. That's organic because it's from a page I follow. Oh, every third post is going to have the sponsored label. And that's just the design of Facebook with the newsfeed. But then over on, depending on like the size of your screen, if you're using on mobile, it's going to be more of a single screen on mobile, as we saw, 85% on Pinterest are using on mobile. Right now, of course, we're looking at desktop. So I see promoted by Rothy's there, is promoted by Nike, promoted by Uzi, Baltic Born, Fabletics. Like looking at this whole results page, it would be hard for you to go, okay, that's an ad, that's an ad, that's an ad. It's really just beautifully blended in, right? There's Keep Nature Wild, Wander Skinny Pant, that's not promoted. And so you've got all of your great organic content just beautifully blended in with the promoted ones. And that's really how, as Court says here, Pinterest became the only place on the internet where people actually want ads. They're looking to get a better sense of like doing some shopping discovery, and they're already searching. And so your organic content can come up, but also, of course, so can your paid content. So we're actually, as I say, it's really kind of the holy grail of social networking platforms. Watch this, as I specifically put this in my notes to share with you, that it was way back. I had to go research this because I remember Mark Zuckerberg saying it, but I'm like, how long ago was that? But it was actually the Q4 2013 earnings call, and just yesterday they did the Q3 2019. So this is like 6 years ago. Mark said, I talked about our efforts to grow our business through improving the quality of our ads rather than just increasing the quantity. And this part I've highlighted in yellow is what Pinterest has managed to achieve. Our goal is to reach a point where the ads are as relevant and timely as the content your friends share with you. In other words, it's blended in. And on Pinterest, people think pins are ads and they're not, or they think ads are pins and they're not, right? So as I say, it's like this the holy grail of social networking platforms. So this is perfect timing with Pinterest bringing out the Pin Academy, and you now got this new online free training academy with free courses, and exactly very similar to Facebook Blueprint or Twitter Flight School. And you can just dig in there for the holidays. Excellent timing to go ahead and promote some pins for your products, your e-commerce store coming on for, over the holidays, Black Friday, whatever. Gosh, if you could 2x, 5x, 10x your business over the coming weeks and through the year end, that put a nice little extra liner in your pocket, right? So I know what I want to do, and then I'm going to go and pull up my mobile. So I have this fun little video, and because I'm using Ecamm, and you can actually play video right inside of the app. So actually, let me take my overlay off for a quick second, and then I can play this video. Now, if it's gonna, I think it might play the music, and it might be a real difference in volume. Just FYI, when I play this video, it's got music, I know, and it might be louder. So don't get frightened if you had to suddenly have to reduce your volume. All right, friends. I just love this video. It's really fun. So let me go like this, and I can go like that. There you go. Now I don't hear the music, but it should be playing. If it's not playing, then it's just music. Take my little camera and make it smaller. I love this. See, my dad was a baker. I used to decorate cakes as a teenager. And so I just love I love this video, how they showed off in their nail art. So just a short little video, just a fun short little video. See, they're showing nail art, showing pottery, crafts, really, really fun stuff. So that was, I just wanted to share that because I really liked it. I liked how it was put together. Now, and I'm going to get to your questions and comments in a second. What I want to do next, before I do that, is I'm going to share my phone. I'm going to show you, as promised, just how silly easy it is to go ahead and do like a promoted pin. Let's make sure that's fine. Okay, good. Let me do this. And perfect. Like that. And there you go. So now you should see my phone and me. Excellent. Okay, so now I'll pull up my Pinterest app. And remember, we had 85% of people use Pinterest on the mobile device. And it's just really, really easy. If I tap that little plus sign, see, it's going to say I can create a new pin, a new board, or an ad. So I'm going to say I'm going to do an ad. It's so much easier than Facebook. But of course, like I say, we're doing Facebook as well. So I just recently put a blog post out. So this is this one right now, this videos sales funnels. So I tap that. So I say, okay, that's it. That's what I want to do. I'm going to go promote pin. Now, super duper easy. I'm just going to leave it up to, in this stage, you see how I said there was 3 steps. It goes step 1 of 3. Tap, tap, tap. Pinterest will pick targeting based on details from your pin, or I could do custom if I wanted to. If I tap in there, you'll see I can go locations, interests, ages, genders. Really, really easy. Really easy. Locations, you got US, or you can go different countries, and then you've got some interests as well. But for right now, I'm going to let Pinterest do the work for me. Just say automatic. It's going to be a 60 million potential audience size. You can tap on the little question mark for any more information if you want. Just going to hit next. I'm going to say how many days. See, little slider. Now, Facebook, to be fair, Facebook has their ads mobile app. If you ever use the Facebook ads mobile app, it's somewhat similar, and you just use a little slider and decide how long you want, and $10 a day, whatever you can do, $20 a day for 3 days. Then I hit next, $60 total budget, and it's going to give me, just verify this is exactly what I want. The image, the description, the link, the ad name is just visible to me, and that's it. That was 3 steps. Tap, tap, tap. And if I go publish ad, I'm not going to do that just yet, but that just was to show you how silly easy it is to do a promoted pin. Very, very affordable too. Really good rates. The other thing too is I want to make sure that if you use Pinterest mostly on your desktop, check it out and see what it looks like on mobile, because it kind of tends to line up a bit differently. As I say, my team and I are just in the midst of working through and overhauling my own Pinterest and really developing a full-on Pinterest strategy. Love it though. It's just a fun platform, real easy, as we saw there. Let's do a search for chocolate chip cookies. Oh my gosh! As I say, my dad was a baker. I used to decorate cakes. Now look at this. It's perfect example. Go see what I mean. So there you've got, oh my God, perfect chocolate chip cookies. This one here, and this one here, and this one right here. You can see it says promoted by Baker's Chocolate. So that's an ad right there, but it just looks native, right? It's exactly what Zuckerberg was talking about, what he wants to create on Facebook. So it just feels as relevant and timely. That's an interesting ad because it's nothing to do with chocolate chip cookies, but still there's an ad over there. And as you float through here, there's promoted by Jif Peanut Butter, Betty Crocker. It's really fun. I like to study ads. I love to study ads and get a feel for who's advertising what and what kinds of target audience. Right now, I obviously must meet the target audience. If I'm seeing these ads, like this is Casper for those mattresses, it's nothing to do with chocolate chip cookies, but it's relevant because I'm in their target audience. Godiva, who doesn't love Godiva chocolate? So really, really fun. If you haven't given Pinterest a whirl, I definitely recommend you do that, because I'm falling back in love with the platform. It's been a while since I really did much with Pinterest. Like I say, I was checking out some of my boards. I'm like, oh my gosh, some of these are so old. So now getting back into high gear with my Pinterest, and like I say, great timing for the holidays. So I've always loved it. It's one of the easiest platforms to use, and I think that some of us maybe kind of think, oh no, it's only for older women, right? Oh no, it's only for products, and it's a really powerful platform to do so much with it, and use it in conjunction with your other social platforms. So let me take a peek at some of your questions and comments. I'm curious, like I say, how many of you are using it. Jennifer decorated, that's cool. My fellow baker there. Awesome. Thank you, Barbara. She's going to watch the replay. Yeah, right. Hi, Sarah. She says, I'm not an expert, but at a high level, you can keep pins for just yourself. Exactly. That's the private boards, which is kind of fun. I like to do that too, like for an upcoming photo shoot or a new web design or whatever it might be. Like you're designing a new house or you're getting married, all those good things you can do with Pinterest. Share it with someone else or follow what someone else is seeing value in. Exactly. You can message inside the platform, shareable inspiration board. Private public. Thank you, Sarah. That's great. Obviously, you're a bit of a pro over there, huh? Here is Social Steph. Hiya, Steph. She's saying, how would you Pinterest benefit a local pet store that sells whole food dog and cat food with a holistic vet on the site? Wow, that sounds like a great niche. Man alive, when I had my cat, I definitely went to a holistic vet. But I think, yeah, absolutely, you could build quite the following over there. And I don't know, Steph, if it's predominantly that your audience are local, your target audience only comes into the store to buy, or if you sell online, if you guys listen, anybody here, if you sell online, 100% Pinterest is going to be of benefit to you. Ha! Hey, Elle. She's had no idea about Pinterest. Well, it's time to take a peek. Mo says she sees great organic with Pinterest. Wonderful, beautiful, great. Hi, Rebecca in the UK. Yeah, it's a good point, Diana. It kind of it is a bit of both. It's like when we talk about social networks, sometimes people question whether Twitter really is a social network. It is. You follow people, you make friends, and you engage. Obviously Facebook certainly is. Instagram, even sometimes YouTube. Is YouTube a social network? Well, I think they all have an element of social in them, right? LinkedIn as well. But Pinterest is really both, because you can definitely build community and interact with people and find friends as well. Camilla says she just wrote about how she believes Pinterest will be on the rise in 2020. Oh, perfect. I'm glad to hear that. Exactly. Yeah, definitely tell your friends about the new Pinterest Academy. It's a super duper easy to navigate, just those 9 simple courses, and gets folks ready to ramp up their marketing and advertising efforts, and perfect timing for the holidays. Beautiful. So Kayla, I hope I say your name. It's either Kayla or Kala. She's from New Zealand. 7 a.m. Good for you. What a good trooper. Perfect timing. She said, I wanted to branch my social media business and do a product too. Oh, wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. Nice. Okay. That's great, Jacqueline. Okay. And let's see. Oh, nice. So Sarah also says she's blowing the doors off Pinterest with one of her clients who's an author. Nice. People are super intentional on the platform. Great engagement, active, not passive. I love that. Yes, good. So that's great, kind of in answer to Diana's point about is Pinterest a social network. So beautiful comment there by Sarah. Nice. Love it. Kathy said she'd love to learn more about Pinterest. Isn't it funny? Time just goes by so fast. I mean, I've been in the social media industry since 2007. So it's like 12 and a half years. And, I've secured all my different usernames. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, I must get around to using that one more. And so it's like, no, I really need help. So I'm expanding my team. Not like everybody needs extra team members for each platform. But I just have found them so intensely focused on, speaking and traveling and brand ambassador work and consulting and training. And I've got a lot of new courses coming out even before the year end. Jad has a question. How can you benefit from Pinterest in the music industry? Well, really, regardless of the niche that you're in, it's really, as someone mentioned there, about being intentional, about having your specific boards that will promote your content, as well as really showcasing others, like what your interests are. Also, something I've always approached Twitter, how I use Twitter, is like I'm a master curator. Like, people would come to my Twitter for what is the latest in the news around like the social media industry. So I'm like one of the main go-to people in the social media world as a thought leader, and saying, okay, here's what you need to know. So you could do that, Jad, as part of what you might use Pinterest for, is to be a go-to person for a specific arena of the music industry. Music, see here. So yeah, so like if you see all my boards right now, we had mapped this all out, and I mentioned this earlier, but with the boards that don't have anything in them yet, like see, here's where intentionally my first board is Meet Mari, so that'll be pins specifically about both personal and professional. I'll be putting my YouTube videos in here, any articles I've written go in here, my podcast interviews, my speaking engagements. And then this will be Facebook marketing tips, which I already have a whole bunch over the years. This is going to have fresh content in it. Instagram marketing tips, Messenger chatbot tips. And so you can just think of every area that you are already an expert in. adjust my camera there. Jad and anyone else in different industries, that you want to be able to have this ability to curate content and drop them into your different boards. Hi, Scott. Thank you so much. This is eCam. Barbara, yeah, you can absolutely pin videos. You can even upload videos directly to Pinterest, and you can pin YouTube videos. Eunice, hiya. She says getting consistent organic hits from Pinterest. That's great to hear. I love it. Oh, that's awesome. And she also says, your first basic training was me way back when, right? Way back when before Facebook even had their first billion. That's great. Yeah. So I'd say, yeah, gosh, no matter what industry you're in, but definitely if you sell products, and definitely if you have a e-commerce business, you really owe it to yourself to give Pinterest some love and really look to be making sure that you're having your pins, you're pinning regularly, you're repurposing content. This is a beautiful thing. I was talking about this on one of my Facebook Lives the other day, where people are like, many of us kind of getting stretched in terms of knowing where to invest our time for the best ROI, right? Return on investment, the best results. And what I recommend is this, that you pick a channel, you pick your social channel, the one that works for you, where you know you're going to create the bulk of your content. Now, for me, that is Facebook. I'm doing a Facebook Live right now. From this Facebook Live, I can now do clips, right? They have that new clipping feature, but even before then, you can always download the recording and make little short videos and or still images, graphics, that I can then have that put on. I can pin that on Pinterest. I've also got, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, maybe repurposing some of the clips on Facebook, also in ads. I can use a platform like wave.video to make different dimensions, vertical stories, putting in Instagram stories, Facebook stories. And then you definitely want to be really looking at creating that body of work, that signature piece of content, and then making it into multiple different aspects of how to reach more people in both organic and paid. And so now, Pinterest just makes it so easy. Hop over to that bit.ly link and sign up for the free, totally free. It's just like the boost, not the boost, but the blueprint, as I said, free online academy, the Pin Academy. And it's a free e-learning tool. So for businesses, specifically if you're new to Pinterest, many of you are already really crushing it, as they say on Pinterest, but they do call it a unique visual discovery platform, and there's definitely a social element to it because people will engage and make comments and you interact with people. And then the new Pin Academy is really going to help you discover more about what the ad products are all about and how you can take advantage of the advanced targeting and more. You've also got, let me just go back to share my screen here, that you've got up in the top left corner, so you've got your analytics overview plus audience insights. You see where my cursor is on the top left. And then you've got here with your ads, you create ad and overview, bulk editor, conversion, so on, your different aspects. It's super simple. I just really like the simplicity of it. So, because life's already pretty dang complex. Sandy's asking me, any disadvantages to setting up a pro account? Absolutely not. No. And I've had my pro account for quite some time. And same with Instagram. I went pro on Instagram quite some time ago when they first brought out the pro Instagram accounts, or the business ones. And it's just really, I think it's the way to go. If you're using these platforms specifically for business, and it's just so much better to get a business account, and then you've got the analytics and you've got immediate access to all of the business features. Here's William. He says that we usually do B2B sales. We're looking at opening up an e-commerce site for products. Fantastic, William. That's great. Now, My longtime friend Jeff Shee, some of you might know him. He has that signature long beard, and he does some work with Social Media Examiner. And I know he's a Pinterest expert for men, for the male market, and does really well over there. Oh, neat. Collector Cup. Okay. He says we're a niche gaming e-commerce site. I've even found scale and performance on Pinterest. It allows us to get in front of people searching for character collectibles. Oh, that's cool. What a great testimony. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's great. Yeah. Oh, hey, Barbara. She said I get the most views and saves. I have to learn how to follow up on this. 93.2 monthly views. Yeah, and I swear, like I say, I have barely done anything with Pinterest in the longest time. So to get almost 10,000 monthly viewers with hardly doing anything. So look out, world. Mari's about to dominate Pinterest to add to my marketing mix. So absolutely. That's great. Oh, wow. Kelly says from Colorado, if a Pinterest account I want to add to my business, she has 189 boards. Okay. You put me to shame. I don't feel so bad about my 20 or whatever it is, 25. Yeah, that's a cool thing too, that you can really do a lot and kind of niche it down and people can follow boards. I like also you can co-create boards with others too. Rebecca asked a question about adding your content versus repinning. Now, I am no Pinterest expert. Like I say, I'm kind of right there in the trenches with some of you who are kind of like dabbling or just looking to grow and scale your Pinterest efforts. But I think it's really better to do a blend of both. In the limited experience I have with Pinterest, is to definitely want to add your own. You don't want to only repin others because you're missing out on the possibility of sending traffic to your site. So you'll see when I showed you there with my boards that we're just getting going with mapping this all out and capitalizing what I had already started, like these 88 pins and the Facebook marketing tips were from a long time ago. What else I have? Oh, social media and infographics down there. Let me just move that up a bit. 153 pins. And so those are social media graphics from years ago or spanning several years. Facebook marketing, actually I think that might be a shared board. I'm not sure if it's just my board. Pinterest tips, that's a board that I've joined. So it's 2,800 pins. So, but I want to be able to use Pinterest to provide more traffic to my own content. So that's my blog posts and my YouTube videos, articles I write. I write a bi-monthly column for Bank of America, for example. So pinning those articles and bringing more traffic to the small business community on Bank of America. So I would, as I'm listening to myself, giving you a long-winded answer here, Rebecca, I would say you 100% want to do a blend of both, right? Definitely want to do a blend of both. Yeah. Hey, Barbara, she says, I just post on one board. That's interesting. Oh, how cool. I post angel cards. Hey, friends. So for those of you tuning in now or afterwards on the recording, go ahead and let us know what your Pinterest username is. Just drop it in the comments, whatever your Pinterest username is. And maybe also just mention what your expertise is. Like what do you pin on Pinterest? I'm curious to know myself. So you heard Barbara saying she does angel cards. So let us know what your Pinterest account and what you tend to pin. And if you're going to use Pinterest more in 2020, I know I definitely am, as I mentioned. So great. So definitely come on over to the new Pinterest Academy. Super duper easy to use. And let's put my little doodad back on there. And I'll share a couple of these links. I already put the main link I wanted you to go to is the bit.ly link. But there's a great article here on actually Pinterest blog a couple of weeks ago. The brand new Pinterest Academy, a series of fun, smart online courses you can access from anywhere on any device. You can do them on mobile as well. Go at your own pace. Each course is actually only 2 to 5 minutes. It's really, really easy. You can do the entire curriculum in under an hour. And it's all ready. It says, because there was these 5 and then they added these 4 more and they're all ready. So I definitely, you need to have a business account in order to do your ads. And then, check out the platform. And it's actually the same, I'm pretty sure it's the same powered by Intellim. I think it's the same platform that Facebook uses for blueprints. You might even recognize, some how it's laid out, and you can kind of create your own learning path. And I'm sure Pinterest will be adding more in the coming year. And so, all right, so that's your Pinterest Academy, my friends. You can always learn more about business.pinterest.com and look at some of the success stories, get some inspiration, and really thinking strategically about how to repurpose your content and reach a wider audience by taking the content you're already creating and sharing organically and paid on all the other social platforms, whether it's just Facebook or just Instagram or just LinkedIn or just Twitter, but thinking broader, okay, with a tiny bit more extra effort, how can I also repurpose the same content using Pinterest and both organic and certainly on the paid side, super affordable. All right. Thank you, Barbara. Perfect. Very nice. B. Calvano Coaching Board. Great. Rebecca. Okay, wonderful. She's had Pinterest for years. I just set up my business page. No pins or boards yet. A mix of being social with social media. Think social, be social. Thank you, Rebecca. That's wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, Yanira has a great point here. From time to time, it's good to create new images and link to your old post because Pinterest sees that as a fresh new content. Fantastic tip right there from Yanira. Let me just make it more clear. That's a great tip right there. Thank you so much, Yanira. Yeah, because just for example, now I'm in the industry where Facebook's constantly changing, social media is always changing, so I don't have as much evergreen content as I would like, right? So I'll like write a blog post. Oh my God, I have to keep updating it and making sure that I'm always making sure that my content is fresh and updated and added to. And so, but yeah, some of my posts, if they're a little older and they're still relevant and evergreen, that's a great tip right there. You create new images and then you just link to your old posts. Pinterest sees it as new content. Says Yanira, I love that. Great. Okay, friends. Well, I will see you again real soon. Loved hanging out with you today. And we'll see you over on Pinterest. Appreciate you sharing. If you're catching the replay, go ahead and still let us know what your Pinterest username is and what you do over there, what you pin. Well, we'd love to know. And I will see you across the social landscape and now in the new Pinterest. Can't wait to share with you what I have going on with all those new boards, how we're building them out, and how we're going to be really expanding my team. Great. I think I see more comments coming in. This is great. Yeah, Rebecca says content stays around much longer than it does on Instagram and Facebook. Sometimes you just slip away, or as a pin can be searched for years after. Fantastic point, Rebecca. You are absolutely right. And Marie Helene. Hello, Marie Helene. I tried some Pinterest campaigns this summer and really the click rate was really good. CPC lower than Facebook. Exactly. It's like now is the time to, so you're getting a little frustrated with your Facebook ad performance. Check it out on Pinterest, Ideally it's both and, but it could especially again, products, e-commerce, you might find you get some really, really cool results over there. Here's Sandy. Great. Uncle Sandy, laptop, lifestyle, architecture, home decor. Love it. I know that's a fun thing, right? To have some of your own personal interests in there too. All right. I'm signing off now. Friends, I love you. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you on Pinterest and all the other social channels. Bye for now.